Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new chapter of Nanatsu no Taizai, or you could call it the 7 Deadly Sins, on chapter 295. Now, this chapter right here was pretty simple, nothing much happening. Hopefully looking forward to the next chapter and knowing what just ended in this chapter. Things could go many ways, but we'll have to see. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that King's Chastiful Spear actually landed a good hit on the first demon's shield. However, King's needs to end the fight quickly because the fact is that he's able to control his Chastiful Spear or his attacks from far away is very useful, but it's very taxing on his body. In other words, it's draining his stamina very fast. And he has to end the fight quickly and tries to use the fourth form Sunflower to end the fight as best as he can. But apparently the attack got cancelled thanks to Zeldris' interference. And therefore Zeldris asked the first demon to take care of Merlin and Escanor while he handles King's weapon. We see to it that Hendrickson realizes that they have to get out of here, and Hendrickson tells Guild Thunder, you got to go while you still can. But Guild Thunder's like, I'm not gonna do that. What about Margaret? And we see to it that Ludishell asks Hendrickson to take him to Mal because, I'm so shocked I can't even fly or even walk. Pathetic, right? You could go ahead and laugh. Just do this for me, that kind of thing. We have to it that Hendrickson actually used Purge to get Ludishell out of Marguerite's body. And we see to it that that Ludishell's true form is shown in front of Guild Thunder, and we see to it that Hendrickson was actually planning this entire time. He said Purge doesn't just only expel evil, it can also get rid of impurities in sludge to return it to fresh, clear water. I wouldn't be able to do so I would not be able to do this unless he was actually weakened. And if I mess this up, he would be too much on his guard and never let me come near him. And we see to it that Hendrickson says, yeah, it was all of a gamble, but now Guild Thunder, take Princess Margaret with you and get away from here. And Guild Thunder's like, what are you going to do? But Hendrickson says, I have committed too many sins of my own. I'll stay behind. Besides, I can't leave him like this. And Hendrickson decides to give the final words to Guild Thunder about what his father said by saying, I'll always watch over you, And Guild Thunder cries in agony knowing that he has to leave Hendrickson, and Ludishell was really upset to see Hendrickson do such a thing. But we see to it that Hendrickson says, you could use me as your vessel. Use up the soul and life. I'm not afraid of death, so you should be able to use your strength to your heart's content, right? And he therefore says his farewell to Dreyfus in his mind. And we see to it that Zeldris is able to fend off King's attacks, but apparently King managed to land a couple hits on him. And we see to it that that Zeldris says, I don't think you realized yet that you're not the only ones going on this way here. And we see to it that Deanne asks Elizabeth, did you just feel that? Yeah, it's like an energy far ahead of us heading towards Camelot. And Mal is like, oh man, we're in trouble. And they go like, what do you mean trouble? We see to it that Mal tells everyone Zeldris must have known from the get-go that this would happen. Or rather, I say that I, Esterosa, would go into madness and try to gather the commandments and end up destroying myself, etc. And they both realize that Elizabeth realizes that the rest of the commandments, along with self whatsoever, that the commandments that came out of Mal right now, it's going right over to to where Meliodas is at. We see to it that that Mel explains that the commandments are the fragments of the Demon King's power. The more gathered there they are, the more that's gathered, the more the power grows, and a self-aware commandment will attract others like it with it when the power is really high. So I'll tell you right now, Meliodas is already absorbing 5 of the commandments, as Mel explains. you could only imagine where the other commandments are going, right? And they go like, oh crud, that ain't a good sign. And we see to it that Elizabeth says, but if all the commandments gather, then Meliodas will really become the demon lord. But Diane's like, hey, don't worry, Merlin has Meliscula's commandment with her, right? And they go like, and Mel's like, I don't think you realize. And we see to it, back to Merlin, we see to it that Meliscula ends up shattering the freaking like vial that was in, but that wasn't the case. It was actually the commandment that she has. And it goes right to Meliodas. All the 5 commandments are going right to Meliodas. Even the first demon smiles at this, and Zeldris is thinking in his mind, it's finally here. And Zeldris is thinking in his mind, Gelder, just wait a little bit longer, okay? It won't be long from now. Elizabeth is thinking in her mind, Meliodas, please do not absorb the commandments. And they say it's time for the birth of a new demon lord, and the chapter ends off there. Okay, in simple words, without a lot of detail, Zeldris and the first demon are taking on King, Merlin, and Escanor. And unfortunately, the commandments that expelled out of Mel himself, they are going straight to Meliodas. 4 of them, apparently. And thanks to one of the commandment's abilities, they end up following that commandment, and it's going straight to Meliodas. And the faith commandment that Meliscula has, it broke out of that vial and is going to the cocoon or where Meliodas is at. And it looks like the new demon lord is about to be born. So yeah, it's not looking so great. Like I said from the beginning of my video, this could go many ways. I don't know what's bound to happen, but those commandments could either be like interfered with possibly, but who knows. Looking forward to the next chapter, and hopefully we'll find out soon. But aside from that, it's not looking so great for our heroes or our characters right now, knowing that once Meliodas grabs the rest of the commandments and absorb it into him without rejection, it's going to get very, very ugly. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, right? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!